Choice Specs Discharge Miraidon won the first major tournament of Regulation G here in the States, but that was next to a Blood Moon Ursaluna. What if we doubled down and paired a Choice Specs Discharge Miraidon with one of the most infamous Sand Rush users of all time? I'm talking about dusting off the old Excadrill and seeing what we can't pull off here. I'm very excited to use this Miraidon Sand team. If you are too, like, comment, subscribe, and let's hop into some battles here, shall we? Looking like a standard Cali Shadow team over there. But what I like about that is that it doesn't appear to have a weather mode, at least out of the gate. So that's good. I don't have Tailwind on my team. Keep that in mind. I kind of like T-Tar as a lead, though. Because I don't care how many times T-Tar gets intimidated. If I get a knockoff into that Calyrex and it's not Tera yet, I'm going to drop it. But T-Tar is a bring. I want to bring Excadrill to this game because I'm going to show that thing off. Might lead with these two. The T-Tar being there kind of... The T-Tar being there kind of like, say they lead with the Cali, right? And that's not what Miraidon wants to see. If they lead with like the Cali and the Torn, for example, they could just Tailwind Astro Barrage, but that leaves them wide open to the T-Tar because the T-Tar's not going to care at all about the Astro Barrage. And it's kind of the really nice thing about T-Tar in Regulation G is just how prevalent Cali Shadow is, at least on the ranked ladder, for all them easy wins. Okay. So. I can't really switch out. We're pretty weak to water everywhere besides Miraidon. Maybe should have seen that kind. I mean, that's another really good reason why Sinistraw's on the team. Sinistraw's there basically for when you go up against rain teams and for when you go up against water Urshifu. Yeah, because I can't really switch out T-Tar now. But I have a pretty good... I could Grass Tera, actually. Hold on. No. No, I'm just going to Rock Slide and go for the Volt Switch off of the Urshifu slot. They're going to switch out the Urshifu. That's fine. Glad that I clicked the Rock Slide and stayed in. They're going to give me Rillaboom. I'll Volt Switch off of that thing. I think we just see the Tailwind. I just go into Incin here. That Rillaboom took that Volt Switch really well, and yes, it's resisted, but I'm thinking that it's Assault Vest just from that. Oh, Rock Slide's gonna miss the Torn. That's what I wanted you to hit, though. Shame. Shame that. Okay. Well, the good news is that as weak as I am to water, I actually match up really well against flying. So I can go into Miraidon pretty easily here every time. And I could U-turn off of the Rillaboom. I kind of like that as an option. I could Flare Blitz the Rillaboom too, but something tells me the Rillaboom's not going to stay in, and I don't think that it can protect. So... Or I could just, I could Flare Blitz the Urshifu. Like, that wouldn't be awful. We know what their 4 Pokemon are. I'm going to Flare Blitz. No need to fake out here, I don't think, because I think it's either it's going to be a switch on the Rillaboom slot, and I think they're probably Covert Cloak on the Torn anyway. They set Rain Dance. Well, that's a good thing to know. That increases my reasons to want to knock out the Torn, that's for sure. If this is Urshifu now, the Flare Blitz does one thing here, really, and it breaks the sash. I'm going to Discharge, and I'm going to switch into Tyranitar here. I'm going to hit my own Tyranitar, but my guess is that they're going to go for Surging Strikes, likely into the Instant slot anyway. It could be that they like Tera Water here, and they go hard into Miraidon, thinking that they're going to have the Rain on this turn. A really good play on their part would be to click Rain Dance here again to ensure that they have the water-boosted Surging Strikes. But I think that T-Tar is kind of a sitting duck here anyway, and if I can stop Tailwind from going back up and get rid of their Rain Dance user, it would not be a bad day for me. While also just like setting sand, right? Ooh, T-Tar lived that, okay. Specs Discharge. Everybody get out of my way. Felt good. Felt really good. Okay, we go into Excadrill now. Excadrill's in an interesting position here because I could Tera Ghost to avoid the fake out. I'm just then weak to Calyrex. Not that it matters, like... Okay. There is one more turn of Tailwind, so every day of the week I switch in Incin here, and I just protect with Excadrill, I think. If Tailwind had ended there, I could see myself popping the Ghost Tera just to surprise my opponent, not get faked out, and get damage into the Calyrex. We're in a pretty good spot here now, though, I think. I hope it makes sense, too, why I switched in T-Tar on that last turn instead of Excadrill, because Excadrill would have been immune to it, but Excadrill was going to die to Surging Strikes. I would not have set the sand. Lots of things would have been different. No more Tailwind. Excadrill's the fastest thing on the field. Should be. It should be. I was shocked to learn yesterday that my Venusaur undersped Calyrex, but that was no. Oh, no, never mind. I got Icy Winded in that game. Never mind. I think I just Iron Head the Calyrex. I don't think I need to, That was a good play to Nasty Plot and then protect. They're just going to Wood Hammer my Excadrill, who will live that, not even showing the... Rillaboom avoided the Snarl, too. Would have been nice to get a little chip there. Not even showing the Focus Sash. Did we see their Focus Sash yet? No. So that Calyrex could be Life Orb or Focus Sash still. Grassy Terrain's going to help them still hide that. 2 more turns of Sand. If I don't attack here with Escadrille, they could stall the Sand, and that would be very bad for me. I'm thinking that I need to swap Miraidon in hard here. So that I don't get Grassy Glided to death. Is that true? Does Grassy Glide kill Excadrill from this range? It might. This game became a whole lot scarier here. I don't know that I'm playing it out correctly, if I'm totally honest. Now they don't get priority Grassy Glide. They're going to Tera. Okay, they're not Tera Fairying, are they? They're going to Tera Ghost. Okay, they're going to get the kills here if they get to attack. I'm not even convinced that high horsepower... I probably should have Iron-Headed there. Just for the flinch chance. They're going to be sitting at +4 now. Yeah, man, I'm blowing this game a bit. You could say. You could argue. They did try to Grassy Glide, so I do feel good about the fact that all right, Assault Vest Incineroar. Can you do the impossible? I think that's like the second... I can check this. That's the second Intimidate I got on this Rillaboom on this round out. So I do care less about the Rillaboom for sure. And I don't have any reason to believe that the Rillaboom... Rillaboom, did we see it have U-turn already? I think we did. So that's going to be the way they have to hit me. They're sitting at +4 with this Calyrex. So... I mean, you know. I'm not even sure a Snarl kills. Part of me is like, do I Snarl, risk not killing the Calyrex? Or does Sand pick up the KO on the Calyrex if I hit it? I think I have to Flare Blitz into the Calyrex. They're going to protect Cali for 1 turn. Do they have knockoff on the Rillaboom and then that's... No. No, they just want a little bit more chip, I guess. That makes sense. No more Sand there. I won't take too much recoil from this, so... Man, there's a chance. It's a small chance, but I'm mostly just interested to see how much a single target Ghost Tera Astral Barrage at +4 does to an Assault Vest Incineroar. I lived it. U-turn's looking like it probably... I mean, especially after the recoil, yeah. I probably should have... I mean, yeah. I'm always going to guess if... wonder if Snarl was the play there instead. Oh. Sad stuff. Brought it really close. I think that there's turns in that game that I probably could have tipped it in my direction. I feel really good about that Discharge play still. Though, just because I know that the Rillaboom was back there and T-Tar was not going to have a good plan against Rillaboom anyway. Really, I think that my folly may have been not predicting protects on the Calyrex, right? Like if I had gone for Iron Head, for example, into the Rillaboom on the turn that one of the turns that Calyrex protected, Rillaboom would be gone. And while Rillaboom wasn't really threatening my team all that much, killing the Rillaboom would have meant that I didn't have to switch in Miraidon and lose that thing. Because I wouldn't have had to change the terrain. I could have just gotten rid of Rillaboom, and then all of a sudden Excadrill is not threatened by the priority Grassy Glide. And I could just Iron Head and Snarl. Because we know that +4, the Calyrex, even single target +4 was not killing Incin. So at that point, I think it was only +2. And I maybe could have pulled off like a Snarl into the Calyrex on that turn. I don't know. I'm gonna say I could lose sleep over it, but I'm gonna choose not to, because the content is content, and sometimes a throw is just as entertaining, right? YouTube, good game to my opponent. Up against the hardest weather for us to deal with, but that's okay. That's okay. It just means that I probably want to abuse their water. Like, abuse their rain and bring my Urshifu. We don't rely too heavily on priority moves, so I'm not too scared of the Serena. More scared of the Serena from, like, an offensive standpoint, honestly. And I do feel like I do need to bring Sinistcha. So this might be a game that I don't actually bring Excadrill. Yeah, I don't actually think I'm going to bring Excadrill. I could just lead with you. And with you. I could bring the Sinistcha. And I could bring the Sand just to disrupt them. But I got to be careful about my damage output. In this game, I'm relying more heavily on Urshifu than I am on Excadrill as a fast physical presence. Which I think is the right call. Especially because Excadrill, yeah, is open to like getting intimidated, whereas Urshifu cares a little bit less about that. That's an interesting lead over there, actually. Do you know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering the damage calc on a Choice Specs Miraidon Electric Tera. They don't have a way of stopping this terrain, right? So what if I just Electro Drifted into the Serena with Electric Tera and I Surging Strike? How strong is Miraidon? Let's find out. Because if I can do this, then I can save my Urshifu from being hit by the Serena here. Actually, no. Both of my Pokemon are going to move before both of their Pokemon. No question about it. But I might be able to save my Urshifu from dying to the Serena after I hit it really hard with Miraidon. I have the damage calc open, but I don't have it all like fleshed out, so I'm just going to see it happen real time. Might be very stupid, but from what I saw when I was watching that tournament, this Miraidon was absolutely chunking enemies. I don't hate doing a bunch of damage to Kyogre here either, by the way. Half health in the Kyogre stops me from getting hit by a bunch of like water spouts. Definitely a welcome amount of damage. You're joking. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, hold on. I do just want to pull up Serena's like stats here. I'll do that much. Special defense is 98. Not fantastic, but pretty middling. I have no idea what the set was, obviously. If it was Assault Vest, that would be crazy. I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. Speed was heightened there. Okay. Speed was heightened, then I can probably get another Electro Drift off, if I'm honest. Urshifu's in a little bit more trouble. So I might just bring in Sinistcha in this slot. Or I could bring in T-Tar. Let's bring in T-Tar. T-Tar with the sand will take a Moonblast really well. Much better than Sinistcha will, I think. Even though I'm weak to it. This is like a super specially defensive Tyranitar. The only way it could be more specially defensive is if it was Assault Vest. And they got a speed boost, which means they're also not choice specs. They're going to Tera Fairy. Can you drop Miraidon in one shot? You might be able to. Miraidon is always a little bit more frail than I'm expecting it to be. But it's interesting that they went for Miraidon here. Oh, no, they didn't. No, they went for T-Tar. And look at that. Look at that. T-Tar took that like an absolute boss. Well done, my son. This is what you're made for. The T-Tar 2, I don't know if I'll get to do it in the video. Actually, this is the first battle that I'm doing, but I might not put it first because we didn't bring Excadrill, and I kind of want to showcase that in the first battle. So maybe you will see this, or maybe you won't. I have no idea. The T-Tar has taunt so that you can stop Trick Room users. That's the main reason why the taunt's there. It's not fast, though, so you won't be able to taunt much else. I'm going to Electro Drift, and I'm going to bring in Sinistcha now. I guess I could have brought Sinistcha in to heal the T-Tar too, but T-Tar probably is still in trouble. Like, my guess is they're going for an Origin Pulse and a Sandsear. Props to my opponent for still playing this out. I have all of my Pokemon are still in the green of their health bars. Though they have a pretty good chance at chunking Miraidon here with a Sandsear. Just dropping it. Not bad. Of course, they have no way of protecting their Lando from Asarging Strikes now. And I doubt they really have a good way with the Kyogre to hit the Urshifu unless they're packing Thunder. And if they are packing Thunder, well. This is a pretty successful outing for this team. I feel good about my decision to lean hard into the Urshifu rather than the Excadrill. And I mean, that absolute just a clinic on how strong choice specs Tera Electric Miraidon is, to just drop a Serena and not even care that I clicked a not very effective move. It's a cannon. They do go for the Origin Pulse instead. Sinistcha is actually going to avoid it. Oh, but they dropped Urshifu with a critical hit there. Okay, hold on. I guess Matcha Gotcha was the play, huh? Unfortunately, this is not yet over. Now, let me remind myself, is this a physically defensive or especially defensive? Oh, good, Sinistcha. Good boy. Let's just knock off and let's just Matcha Gotcha. Let's not mess around here. They do Ice Beam my Sinistcha. Sinistcha lives it, though. Well done, little cold brew. Good boy. Okay, got a little bit scary at the end there. My opponent could have brought that back after that crit. I think that their win con was not Ice Beaming the Sinistcha. Because I think that a knockoff might have killed Kaio at that range. Honestly. What no, I don't know. Did they ever Tera? Yes, they Terra'd their Fluttermane. I think that the way that they maybe pull out that game is by Origin Pulsing, and I miss a Matcha Gotcha. That might be hindsight, though, talking. Good game to my opponent. A Zamazenta team. Zamazenta just won the other major tournament in Regulation G. Spoilers. It was also rocking with a Galarian Moltres, actually, but that's not the team, because that team also had Latios on it. So this is a different team. I like that there's no weather and there's no terrain, really. So I get my weather, I get my terrain. Terrain. No problem. I actually think that I just lead with Miraidon, and what... They could fake me out. That's the only thing I'm looking at as, like, something that could be annoying. I also like Sinistcha in this game. To redirect some body presses and stuff, that could be good. Okay. Let's go with you and you. We'll bring T-Tar in the back, and we're going to bring Sinistcha in the back as well. If they lead with the Incin, then I could get faked out in my Miraidon, and also I obviously get intimidated with my Excadrill. So that's not ideal, but I'd rather that than just give up my T-Tar to a Zamazenta lead. Cool. So, like, we're in a much better scenario here than if we were... Do I discharge here? I can. But do I? Miraidon's just so important for my ability to deal with Zamazenta in this game that I'm a little bit nervous about it, but... They go for the light screen, so the Iron Head will hit that thing. And probably just drop the Grimmsnarl. If I can get a Para on the Zamazenta, that'd be sick. We do not. We just see the Iron Defense. We saw my Miraidon moved first there, though, which means their Zamazenta is not full speed invested. Zamazenta is base 138 speed, Miraidon's base 135, and I have choice specs, so I am max speed, but they are not. Intéressant. Très intéressant. We can bring Sinistcha out here. I could Ghost Tera Excadrill. No, I think I might actually have to Electric Tera my Miraidon later. On this next turn, I can just follow me, or sorry, Rage Powder and get Miraidon in, you know? I also, like, wouldn't hate stalling this light screen, although... Oh, yes, Sinistcha was absolutely the bring in this game. So we just Rage Powder there. As I get Miraidon into this slot completely for free. Zamazenta will move first. And even if the Incin manages to kill Sinistcha with a Flare Blitz or something, we're going to get... Miraidon got in for free here, really. They attempt the body press. Look at that. Good job, Sinistcha. Ooh, might we get another? Some Rocky Helmet damage. Some. Oh, yeah. I like that. Let's Rage Powder again. And let's Electric Tera, or Electro Drift into the Zamazenta slot. Protect if you have it now. I know you're slower. I know you're slower. They have the light screen, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if that'll save you. They never got the Reflect. So, Excadrill has a way of dealing with Incin if it needs to come in next. They do protect. Good play, good play. The parting shot. They are safety goggles. You thought I wouldn't notice. You thought I wouldn't notice. I got your number. I could just Rage Powder, do the same exact thing, because all this does is allow me the ability to, like, yes, I'm at -1 special attack now, and maybe I don't kill the Zamazenta now. Oh, if this is Grass Tera Zamazenta, then they'll also avoid... Okay. My mind went to a million places just now. The Grass Tera Melodic might be an issue moving forward, but I want to do a lot of damage to Zamazenta here. Let's see how much. Oh, dude, it's still almost killed. Without the parting shot, then they would have died there. They go for the body press. They go for the life dew. Interesting. No more electric terrain either. Well, I just Rage Powder again. I think I'm going to keep Electro Drifting. They protect. Probably another life dew, too. My opponent seems like they're fine with that as a game plan. Yep. At some point, it feels like they gotta protect the Zamazenta and kill Sinistcha so that their Zamazenta can even hit me. Ooh, that did really nothing without electric terrain. Oh god. They heavy slam Sinistcha, which is going to give me a little bit of a rocky helmet. Look at that. All right. And they Ice Beam into Miraidon, who takes that super well. Okay. Let's go Excadrill here. My opponent needs to protect here, right? So I'm just going to Iron Head into the Milotic slot, not overthink it. We're going to go into T-Tar now. I want to reset my my special attack. We did so little to the Zamazenta there. They have to protect here. If they don't protect here, and I just blew my chance at killing the Zamazenta, I'll be... Yeah, they have to. They have to. Get a little damage on the Milotic. We got the flinch, too, so no... Ooh. No more light screen, too. We stalled that out. Not bad, gang. Not bad. Okay. Let's get the high horsepower. We'll kill the Zamazenta at this range. And I'm going to taunt the Milotic, too. Or I could knock it off. Let's just knock it off, right? They just protected Zamazenta, yeah. Otherwise, I'd be taunting to stop the... Well done, Excadrill. Otherwise, I'd be taunting to stop the Life Dew. The flinch was so necessary there. It really was. But I'm glad that I read the protect and like went for it. No more Wikiberry. That's good stuff. I will get Miraidon in here. I don't think there's any way they can kill me or anything like that. I'm going to taunt the Milotic so it can't Life Dew at this point. I'm no longer a Dragon type, so Ice Beam is not a way of killing me, beating me. And I want to reset the attack stat. Like, this feels like a safe switch that is probably just switching into a Fake Out, right? They go for their final Life Dew. Hope you enjoyed. They Flare Blitz into the Miraidon slot. That's going to do a lot of damage. That is going to do a lot of damage. But you'll never Life Dew again. And you can't protect either, by the way. So, I think I dedicate myself to Electro Drift. I really do. Into the Grass type Milotic. And I just Rock Slide in this position. I guess I could switch into Excadrill in this position too. Because how many turns of Sand are left? Just the 2. Actually, yeah, I think that's the play. You get Excadrill in here. You also reset T-Tar's attack stat. So even if something that is like Disaster strikes here, I don't kill with the Electro Drift, which, if that Serena game had anything to tell us, I'm probably going to kill with this Electro Drift. But even if I didn't, even if I don't, monstrous damage. Then my T-Tar and my Excadrill could kind of sit next to each other here, and Excadrill, unless I got burned by a Flare Blitz, couldn't die here. And they had to target Miraidon, right? I still have faith that a low HP Milotic that cannot Life Dew anymore, and an Incineroar still lose to a no attack debuffs or anything like that T-Tar and Excadrill in Sand. I think so. Excadrill picking up another KO in this game. That's 3 KOs for Excadrill and 1 big Electro Drift KO for the Miraidon. Man, that game was sweaty. There was a moment there where, yeah, if I didn't get that Iron Head flinch, there's a chance that they could Life Dew, recover, and maybe keep their Zamazenta alive, though what I was really aiming for was stalling out that light screen. And with the light screen not up and electric terrain back up when Miraidon came back out, I'm not sure that the Zamazenta, which I knew was slower than me, had much of a prayer at living an Electro Drift. Without my special attack drop too, because at that point I was getting rid of the special attack drop from that parting shot. I think we were in a good spot. It just might have taken even longer, and Excadrill really came in clutch there with the things that it can do. Good game to my opponent. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for clicking on it in the first place. If you want to do this, use this really fun Excadrill Miraidon Sand team for yourself, rental code PokePays, full team breakdown, always in the description below. Do check out my streams sometime. I stream every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can check out the VODs for the streams if you're wanting to see any of these teams get used again. I always use my teams from the videos in the streams. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this in the first place. I already said that. Click one of these other videos if you want to see other Regulation G teams that I may still have available. Go check them out. I make weird rental teams all the time, and if you like that stuff, you're going to like the channel.